Clarissa, you are on my mind, oh, Rissa, you're one of a kind, oh, Rissa, you better watch that married man, girl, because he's playing you, Rissa, he's intensely dead, oh, Rissa, you don't know what you get. Oh, let me be quiet. Let me think about it.
The internet went crazy, and nobody was prepared for what Tasha K's most recent live podcast revealed. Adherents believed they had the whole picture, but what she disclosed came as a shock. Clarissa Shields was a rising star, an unbeaten champion, and a woman who many people looked up to. She was allegedly exploited by the individuals she trusted the most, not by outsiders, those tasked with keeping her safe. Everything she thought was real fame, wealth, love may have been nothing more than a well-thought-out ruse. Tasha K claims that Papoose and Remy were more than simply buddies or allies. They allegedly devised a scheme to profit from Clarissa's successes, image, and impeccable reputation while hiding years of unpaid taxes, debt that had accumulated for over 10 years, and pressure that was developing behind the scenes. Fans only saw the surface of their immaculate grins, perfect couple energy, interviews, public appearances, and social media posts dotted. It's said that Clarissa was being used as a pawn in private. Gradually coming to the conclusion that the love she believed she had could have been a front for someone else's ability to make ends meet. Then the bombshell was revealed. Papoose was allegedly involved in a covert affair, the kind of betrayal that destroys confidence and destroys everything. The power couple picture disappeared. The fairy tale broke down when Clarissa realized her dreams were being exploited to conceal debts, scandals, and profoundly hidden goals. Her shields allegedly shattered under the emotional strain. She's now taking a step back, startled, silent, and conscious. Additionally, the internet is split. Where there is smoke, there is fire, according to some, while others claim it's just chatter. The query is still out there. Did Clarissa Shields truly serve as a pawn in the game of someone else? Or is this the beginning of a potentially revolutionary scandal? Interview.
Hey, Auntie, I want you to meet. His name's Papoose. You said his name is what? Pap what? Pap Smith? What you bringing in my house named Pap Smith for? Who is this? Giants, who is this? She got a nigga up in the house named Pap Smith. Is you the woman? What he doing? You already know. I don't want nothing. He ain't. Well, you ain't met him. I don't need to meet him. I can smell that he ain't shit. That's how I am, y'all. That's really how I am. I see something that you can't see. Can't never win no number. I win by the horns, but I know like the nigga when I see one, I can smell it. He don't mean no good. Rissa, he don't mean no good. He ain't got no money, I can tell.
The internet just went into meltdown mode, folks. Furthermore, Tasha K's revelations on her most recent live podcast are completely breathtaking. The story of Clarissa Shields, her ascent, her triumphs, and her reputation as the impenetrable champion were all perceived by fans as clear. However, what happened in real time on the stream left spectators astonished, transfixed, and doubting everything they thought they understood. Tasha K claims that Clarissa's belief in love and her confidence in Papoose and Remy were merely calculated moves in a risky game of power, fame, and money in which she was merely a pawn. They were small warning signs at the start. According to Tasha K, Clarissa gradually began to notice the fissures, the smiles, the public appearances, and the interviews, all of which were expertly produced and concealed a far darker reality. According to reports, Remy owed the IRS more over $600,000, and Papoose had been evading taxes behind closed doors for more than 10 years. They were supposedly inundated with millions of dollars worth of debt, according to Tasha K. Maintaining a flawless public image was essential to their survival, and their financial and legal turmoil was ultimately protected by Clarissa Shields' growing notoriety. Fans who were impressed by Clarissa's winning streak were unaware of what was happening off-camera. Tasha K claims that a significant financial issue was concealed by her impeccable reputation, championship wins, and naive public persona. Clarissa gradually realized that she wasn't living a romantic tale. She was ensnared in a strategy for survival. Then the most shocking discovery to date was made. The tension reached a breaking point when Tasha K revealed the startling information. Her live remarks caused social media to go into a frenzy.
In the mall, at the Louis Vuitton store, and you bought the Louis Vuitton duffel bag, and then you had to give him the Louis Vuitton box that you bought to give to you as if he bought it for you, and you forgot that you put the receipt online showing that you bought a duffel bag, a Louis Vuitton duffel bag, and it's like, did she just give him the gift to give to her, to act like the things that we're telling her that he ain't got no money, he is gifting you his jewelry?
Fans started dissecting every public appearance and social media post right once, looking for subtle hints till they had no idea that a scandal was developing. Tasha K didn't hold back on returning to the podcast. The silent disintegration of Clarissa Shields is said to have been intentional. Sources claim that the carefully constructed power couple image that Papoose and Techi had created started to fall apart as soon as Clarissa found out about a covert affair between them. Clarissa was left emotionally shattered as masks fell off and trust vanished, recognizing that the love she thought she was experiencing was really a smoke screen for something far larger and worse. Love, fame, and loyalty are said to have eluded her. All of them were under the power of debts and covert plans carried out by the very individuals Clarissa believed she could trust in the aftermath.
So I don't know whose team you think I'm on, but I'm on your team. And like I said, Papoose and Remy spent time together on Christmas. I got pictures of them together. I ain't even dropped those yet. The daughter ain't nowhere near around. But you got $8 million. I got $8 million. I got $8 million. No, you don't. I already got people running the background docs on Win Records on Papoose's position. It's only a matter of time before I drop that. I got PIs on that too.
Immediately, the internet went into overdrive. Every social media post and video appearance was examined by fans. Searching for hints that could support or contradict Tasha K's startling assertions at each handshake. Shaken, Clarissa Shields reportedly started to distance herself from the spotlight. She apparently came to the realization that the affection she had trusted in was nothing more than a premeditated ploy, a front for the personal and financial goals of the very individuals she had previously depended on. Tasha K's show kept adding fuel to the flames. Papoose's decades-long tax evasion and Remy Ma's $600,000 IRS debt are said to have created a highly stressful situation. Desperate to keep up a perfect public image, the two allegedly relied on Clarissa's growing notoriety to divert both admirers and the media. Tasha K claims that as financial upheaval raged behind the scenes, every championship victory, media appearance, and sponsorship contract Clarissa made was subtly leveraged to maintain the appearance of normalcy. It was more than simply money, too. Clarissa's trust and emotional investment were allegedly being abused. According to the podcast, according to reports, Clarissa's mental breakdown was unavoidable when the Papoose affair became public. Clarissa's perception of the relationship was purportedly destroyed by the betrayal, which also revealed the deliberate and intentional character of her surroundings. The levels of deceit were hard for fans to understand. According to the podcast, Clarissa's job, successes, and impeccable reputation were used as weapons. According to reports, every honor she received furthered the goals of others. According to Tasha K, what the general population perceived as love, devotion, and commitment was actually a carefully planned tactic that Clarissa only started to understand after the unpleasant reality became apparent. Then the social media frenzy started. Podcast clips went viral like wildfire. Tweets went viral. Every word in Instagram stories was analyzed. Views were divided. While some followers rejected it as rumor, others thought Tasha K had exposed the brutal reality of Clarissa. Despite its briefness, this video depicts the grim reality that Clarissa Shields are said to have faced. Tasha K asserted that behind the scenes, her narrative was a complex web of deceit and deliberate movements, despite the world's celebration of her as a champion. Media pundits and fans started to doubt everything. Was Clarissa ever in charge of her relationships and job? Or had she been an unintentional pawn in a much bigger scheme? The podcast claims that the consequences of the purported covert relationship and financial abuse were disastrous. Clarissa was under tremendous pressure, as evidenced by her reported silence, abrupt retirement from public life, and emotional breakdown. According to Tasha K, Clarissa's ascent to prominence was purportedly appropriated to support someone else's survival strategy, which combined strategic deception, image management, and debt hiding. The internet exploded. Of course, social media sites were overflowing with analysis, fan theories, and contentious discussions. Some others spoke up for Clarissa Shields, claiming that the people she trusted the most had wronged her. Others questioned if Tasha K's claims were overstated or misrepresented. But the most startling reality persisted: Clarissa's increasing awareness that her story, love, loyalty, and triumphs had all supposedly been exploited. The podcast further asserted that Remy and Papoose had set up situations to emotionally exploit Clarissa in an effort to safeguard their financial interests. To maintain their reputation, every public appearance was purportedly watched over and managed. Unknowingly, Clarissa turned into the ideal front to keep them out of the spotlight. According to Tasha K, Clarissa's trust and emotional stability were ultimately destroyed when the covert affair connection that was concealed in plain sight came to light, revealing the entire extent of the betrayal. Tasha K describes the aftermath as the video progresses. Now that she was aware of the manipulation, Clarissa Shields allegedly started to distance herself from the individuals and the power structures that had taken advantage of her. Insiders claim that she became aware that her reputation, successes, and trust had been used as commodities that were exchanged by others without her permission. Clarissa had to deal with the dual heartbreak of love and career betrayal as a result of the severe emotional toll. When the public believed the story had reached its apex, Tasha K's podcast revealed yet another shocking revelation. The claims of large financial debts and unpaid taxes weren't insignificant differences. They were supposedly multi-year commitments that created an unrelenting pressure cooker behind the scenes. The rising sensation Clarissa Shields allegedly became collateral damage in a high-stakes financial chess match intended to safeguard Remy and Papoose's reputations. Fans, experts, and gossip publications started looking farther. Every previous interview, every celebration of a championship, and every social media highlight reel was re-examined for indications of manipulation. Clarissa's emotional and professional difficulties were presented in Tasha K's live podcast as the unavoidable results of a well-planned betrayal that was concealed by public appearances, smiles, and polished media narratives. The story took on a sinister, frightening tone in this nearly documentary-style narrative. It was more than simply celebrity rumors. It has to do with the systematic abuse of fame, reputation, and trust. What just happened is more than just a story. You guys, it's a masterclass in deceit, manipulation, and treachery. The world once applauded Clarissa Shields, but now she finds herself in the center of an unexpected maelstrom. Every triumph, every title, and every public grin was purportedly used as a cover for someone else's obligations and secrets. The very individuals she most trusted. Clarissa is accused of being reduced to a piece on a chessboard by the powerful, well-known, and powerful names. And it goes beyond heartbreak. It's the slow, stifling awareness that trust, love, and devotion may be turned into weapons. Imagine reaching the summit only to find that the ladder you depended on had been leaning against someone else's tower the entire time. Both fame and wealth, as well as recognition and grandeur, have drawbacks. There is more to the rumors in Tasha K's live podcast than simply rumors. These are accusations that undermine Clarissa's worldview in its entirety. Financial schemes, emotional manipulation, concealed debts, and covert affairs. Millions were previously inspired by this story, but now it seems like a trap. The most terrifying aspect was Clarissa's quiet and withdrawal. The peaceful fallout from a public existence abruptly evolved into a private nightmare. What's left is unadulterated. Raw pain after the lights go down and the camera stops rolling. The public witnesses the triumphs, the smiles, and the flawless image, but the reality that is purportedly concealed behind those smiles is darker than anyone could have imagined. And as fans, we are left to piece together a tale that is far darker and more perverse than any headline could really convey. Keep a watchful eye on things, ask questions, and never accept appearances at face value. The story is unfinished. It's merely changing. Clarissa Shields' fight is no longer taking place in the ring. Reclaiming the truth, revealing the treachery, and ultimately regaining control over her life are now the main goals of her battle. And as the shadows behind the sparkling fame gradually start to show, everyone will be watching with their pulses pounding. This is more than just a tale. It's a tragedy, a scandal, and a warning story, and the shock waves are still very much present.